Hello people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a real estate investment platform. Okay, so now this platform is very robust. From the admin dashboard to the user dashboard, everything is perfectly synced together, so the admin can actually control every aspect of the website. Okay, so now the admin can actually create different properties, tag different investments to these properties, and then the user can come in and invest on any property that they want to invest on. The admin can actually enable automatic or manual payment gateway, so the users can actually deposit and withdraw, invest, and do everything seamlessly. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking you through the admin dashboard. I'm also going to be taking you through the user dashboard, but first let's check out the front page. Now I'm going to take you through the front page. This is what the front page looks like. You can see it's actually very easy to understand, and it's actually very robust also. Now you can see there are actually different aspects of this front page. Okay, now you can see the properties, you can see locations. Now the admin can actually set up different locations, like for example, now this is cities. The admin can actually set up different, so if you know your properties are in New York, you have properties in New York, you have properties in okay, so now the admin can actually set up properties in different cities, in different locations. Okay, so if you have properties in New York, if you have properties in Lagos, if you have properties in any city at all, you can just set it up from the admin dashboard. So when the user comes in, they can explore by cities, they can see the different cities and see the different properties that are under those cities. Okay, so I'm also going to show you how you can actually create these different cities also. Then you can see the different properties. Now you see I've just created just one property for this particular platform. I'm also going to show you how you can create different properties and also how you can set up the investments part of the properties. Okay, so now this is the home page. You can see why invest in real estate. You can see, you can change every single aspect of this front page. You can actually change the color, you can change the write-up from the admin dashboard. Okay, so I'm also going to show you how you can do that. Now you have the about us page, you have the properties page. Now you can see properties. Now if I had several properties, if I had several locations, I can pick from the locations here which locations I want to see, the properties in which locations I want to see. If I have different profit schedule, I can pick, I can select all that, and I can also select, do I want the ones that show me, that give me my capital back, or the ones that do not give me my capital back. Okay, I also have investment range. Okay, this is the amount of money I have to invest. Show me properties that are within this investment range, and that is the property. So this is like a filter for different properties that you would want to see. Okay, so now I'm going to take you straight into the admin dashboard. I'm going to show you how the admin gets to control every aspect of this website. Okay, so now this is the admin dashboard. And so this is the admin dashboard. Now this admin has just one user so far and is an active user. Okay, email unverified user, none. No mobile unverified user also. Total deposit so far is 5,400. No pending deposits and all that. So see, this is like an overview of all the things that are going on in this particular platform. Okay, so now we're going to go straight into investment. We're going to see investments that are running. Okay, so investments that are running are investments that a user has actually invested in, but it has not completed the full circle. So this way you're going to see all your running investments. Okay, you're also going to see your completed investment. That's all investments that have actually run through their period, their time frame, and it has been completed. It's going to show up right here. Okay, you can come here and you see all your investments. Yeah, you're going to see all your investments. These are all the investments that have been done so far on this particular platform. Okay, now we can see installment log. Now this is if the investment is being done on installment basis. Okay, now if the investment is being paid, if the investment profit is being paid to the person on installment basis, it's actually going to show up here on investment log. Okay, so now let's go to manage properties, and I'm going to show you how you can create different properties. Okay, so now let's add a new property. Perfect. Okay, so adding a new property, I need to add the image, an image that the users are going to see when they want to invest. Okay, I need to add the title, the location. I have just one location, and I need to add the location map URL also. Now you also have your investment settings. So this investment settings is well, and you also have your investment settings. Now you can't do investment settings until you have already set up the actual property first. Okay, now before we set up the property, let's go and manage a location. Let's go and create a new location, a new city that we want the users to see. Okay, so now we need a picture for that. So let me just go online, and then also we're going to get a property. Let's get an apartment picture, so we can use that for our property also. Okay, now I think this is good. Let's use this. Okay, now let's save this as P2. Perfect, perfect. Now let's go back. Yes, we're going to also get our location map, our map URL. Okay, now there's a place to put a map URL. So when the person comes into the website, they can actually see a URL where they can actually see a map where the particular building, the area the particular building is actually located in. Okay, so now we're just going to search. Okay, let's see. Okay, and this is how you get the map. Okay, now this is how we get the map. So we're going to come back and we're going to copy this link. But now let's go back and set up our property, our location, sorry. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to upload this picture, and I'm going to call this perfect. So now we have a new location also. Okay, so now up next we're going to go to properties. Okay, no, let's go to time. Let's create a new time. Now let me tell you what time is. Time is the period of time you want an investment to run. Okay, so time is the period of time that you want an investment to run. So if you do not set up your time, you cannot actually set up an investment. Okay, so let's say I want the investment to run for a week. Okay, I'm going to put, now mind you, they tell you the things you can actually use here is either you use hour, you use day, or you use week. Okay, and you can see the first letter is a capital letter, so make sure you do that. If not, it's not going to work. Okay, time in hours. So if it's a week, if it's 1 week, you have to now calculate the number of hours in that 1 week. Okay, now if it's a day, you calculate the number of the hours in a day. You get me? So if you say you want it to be 4 days, you have to now multiply 24 by 4, and that's what you put in here, because the system works with hours. Okay, so now let's say I want just 1 day, so I'm just going to say 24. Perfect. So you see I've created a new time. Okay, so now up next we're going to go to properties, and let's create a property right now. Okay, I'm going to click on add new. Perfect. And I'm going to take, oh yes, this is it. I'm going to call this okay, I'm going to pick my location, and I'm going to come back here and take my my URL, my map URL. Okay, and I'm going to paste it right there. And then, do you have more pictures that you want the users to see? Okay, so let me pick any other picture right here. Okay, and then what is the description you are giving? So let's say okay, now what are the keywords you want? If people search for, let's say I'm looking for apartments that have a pool, when they type in pool in the search bar, all the apartments that actually have pool as their keywords is going to come out. If I type in, let's say I need apartments with garden, and I go there and I type garden, all apartments with gardens are also going to come out. Okay, so now let's say garden and garage. Okay, so you use a comma to signify that you are done with that particular keyword. Okay, so if I put in garage, I'm going to use a comma. Okay, if I put in pool, I'm going to use a comma, and then I'm going to click on submit. Perfect. Now I go to step 2, which is investment setting. Now, what kind of investment am I putting here? Is it investment by installment or a one-time investment? Okay, so I'm going to click one-time investment. Now, what is the total share? Now, what is the total share? So let's say the total share is 60. What is the what is the amount per share? So let's say the amount per share is 3,000. And do you want them to have their capital back? No. Do you want it to be a fixed profit or a range of profit? Like, is the profit going to be from so amount to this other amount? I want it to be a fixed amount, a fixed profit, okay? And the profit back is going to be 5,000. Okay. Now, do you want it to be in percentage or do you want it to be in USD? Okay, so you can actually do that. So if it's in USD, I'm going to put this right here. Do you want to be the one to give this profits to the user, or do you want the system to automatically run it? And so I click on this. Perfect. And you see our property, our investment has been set, our property has been created also. So if we actually go back and we check all properties, we're going to see the property that we just created. Now let's go back to the main site and I'm going to show you. Let's reload. You see, now this is a new property that we just created, and these are the details that we actually added up. Okay, now if I come here and I'm a user and I say, okay, I want to see just properties that have capital back, and I click on just capital back, you see, just this one is going to show. The other one does not show because the other one gives me my capital back. I'm looking for the one that does not give me my capital back. Okay, so whatever option I actually want, I can actually just come here and search for it and make an investment for it. Okay, now let's go back to the admin dashboard. I'm going to show you manage users. Now from this you can see all your users. You can see all your users that you currently have. You can see when they joined. You can see the balance that they currently have on their account. Sorry, you can see the balance that they currently have on their account, and you can also edit this particular user's account. Okay, you can edit the balance, you can edit the logins and everything that you want to edit. Okay, you can say, okay, this user is email verified, yes, mobile verified, yes. So you can say this email is this user is email verified, is mobile verified, okay, and everything is good to go. And I can choose to edit the balance and put in whatever amount I want to put. Do I want to add or do I want to subtract? So I can subtract I can add to the user's balance, and I can also subtract from the user's balance also. Okay, I can check out the person's logins, I can check out notifications, I can log in as the user and see the user's account, log in as the user and use the user's account as the user. Okay, and I can also ban the user if I want to do that also. Okay, so now I can see list of all my banned users, I can see list of all my users that have not verified their email, users that have not verified their mobile, users that have not verified their KYC, or people that their KYC is still pending, and all that right here. Okay, and I can also send notifications to all my users right from my admin dashboard. Okay, so now up next I'm going to be showing you payment gateways. Now, like I told you, there are automatic payment gateways and there are manual payment gateways. Okay, now these are all these are automatic payment gateways that the user has, and then you also have manual payment gateways. Now this is a manual payment gateway. Now I can create different manual payments. Okay, now if I do not want it to be automatic and I want to be the one to approve of each user's deposits or withdrawal, I come down here and I set it up from here. Okay, so now let's say, for example, I want them to pay me in Ethereum. All I have to do is come here and put this in. Okay, I can call it whatever I want to call it. I can just call it Ethereum markets right here, and my currency is in Ethereum. Now they're asking you what is the equivalent of 1 USD in Ethereum. So whatever currency I put in there, I need to because the currency, the site is currently using USD as its main currency. Okay, so if I'm asking them to make payments via Ethereum, I need to tell them the equivalent of the amount in USD that they are making payments for. Okay, so let's say one Ethereum is 0. Just that. Okay, and the minimum amount that they can actually deposit is 6,000, and the maximum they can deposit is this. Let's say, do you want it to have a fixed charge, or you want it to be a charge based on percentage? Okay, now I don't want a fixed charge, so I'm going to put 0 there, but I want it based on percentage, so I'm going to put a 3% charge. Okay, now your deposit instruction, this is where you're going to put your Ethereum wallet address. Okay, so what I'm going to say is, please make payments to the address below, and I'm going to put in my wallet address right here. I'm going to say, let's say, thank you, and that is all. Now, do you want the user to still fill different forms? Like, for example, do you want the user to maybe fill in their what's it called, their email address, maybe their phone number, their names at the point of making these payments? You can say, okay, the text is required. Yes, if you want to be optional, if you say optional, that means they don't need to fill it. But if you make it required, it means if they don't fill it, they cannot make the deposit. Okay, so let's say full name. I want to have their full name. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add another one that asks for their email. Okay, okay, then I'm going to add another one that asks them if they are male or female. Okay, okay, and I can add all this. So once I click on submit, I'm going to show you when a user is making payment via this payment gateway, you're going to see how the system is going to ask them to fill in these different info before their payment, their deposit goes through. Okay, now that is done. That is done. Now we're going to go to deposit. We're going to see pending deposits is obviously all the deposits that you have not approved. Approved deposits are deposits that you have actually approved. Successful deposit, rejected deposit, initiated deposits, and all that. Okay, now up next we're going to go to withdrawal. Now, withdrawal methods. Now you need to actually set up your different withdrawal methods. How do you want people to be able to withdraw their money? Okay, so I'm going to set this up right here. So let's say they withdraw via, if you say you want them to withdraw via crypto, you can put in crypto there. Now, what is the currency? Let's say they withdraw via BTC. Sorry. So what is the rate? Let's say 0. Okay, the minimum amount that they can withdraw is 200. The maximum amount that you can withdraw is, let's say, 30,000. Do you want a fixed rate or do you want percentage? You can put that in there. Then you can say fill in your wallet address below. Okay, then user data. So yeah, this is actually very important, so they can actually fill in their wallet address so you can get it and make the withdrawal to them. You see, perfect. So now if the withdrawal method you are setting up is a bank, all you have to do is tell them fill in your bank details. Okay, then you go to the user data part and then you fill in bank name, maybe bank branch, account number, or whatever details that you know you need them to input so you can make payments to their banks. Okay, so now that is that for withdrawal method. Now you can see pending withdrawals, approved withdrawals, and all that right here. Now support ticket. Now this is so beautiful. Support ticket allows the user to actually send a message to the admin. Now with this now, you don't even need live chat. You don't need live chat because once a user logs into their account, they can actually just open a support ticket to with the admin and send a message to the admin. Okay, fine, I'm having so and so issue, or I've made so and so payment. This is my payment screenshots. You get, so the admin will actually come here and see all pending tickets, or that's all tickets that have not been responded to. You can also see tickets that you have answered and tickets that you are already done, you have closed, you have resolved their issues. Okay, you're going to see everything right here. So with this, you don't necessarily even need live chats to be added to the system. Well, now let's continue. Now manage referral. Now, yes, Now the users can actually bring in different referrals, okay? They give out their links to different people, and then it counts as their referees have actually joined the site, okay? Now, if a referral has actually come in and makes a deposit, do you want them to get a commission? Do you want investment commission? Do you want profit commission to be sent out to the person that referred this person? And at what level does this person start getting commissions? Okay, so this is where you just fill that in right there. Okay, now you have general settings. Now, of course, general settings is all about the site, the name of the site, the currency you want. So if I don't want to use USD as my primary currency, I can decide to use Naira, which is going to be this, okay? I can decide to use Ghana cedis. So whatever currency I know I want my users to see, I want the platform to be based on, I just need to fill it in right here, put in my currency symbol, and I am good to go. Okay, now site, do you want to change the color of your site? Like I told you earlier, you can change basically everything about the site. Now I can choose to change this to a blue color, and you see when we refresh, we're going to see that the color of the site has actually changed to that color. Okay, so now let's go. Where are we? General settings. Okay, now you see social credentials, so you can actually fill in your social media handles and all that right there. Now, very important, very important for you is cron jobs. You have to ensure that you set up your cron jobs. Okay, you have to ensure that you set up your cron jobs. Now I'm going to show you how you can set up your cron jobs when you're setting up the system for the first time. Okay, so once I log into my cpanel, when I'm showing you how to install this on your own cpanel, I'm going to show you how you can set this cron job up on your cpanel. Okay, but you have to ensure that your cron job is working. Now this is where you can actually put in your logo and your fav icon, different extensions. Now system configuration is also an important thing you need to know. Now, do you want users to be able to register? Then you leave it enabled. Okay, now do you want KYC verification? You enable it. Do you want email verification? You enable it. Okay, so there are different configurations that you can actually set up from system configuration. Okay, now let's go down. I'm going to show you notification setting. Now notification setting, this is where you get to set up your email settings. Okay, now if you do not do this, your mail is not going to send. When a user logs in, you don't get email. When a user makes deposit, no email is going to be sent and all that. Okay, so you have to ensure this part is set up. Now, do you want PHP mail or do you want SMTP? Now, I always advise people to use SMTP because almost all servers accept SMTP, but not all servers accept PHP mail. Okay, so I'll always advise you to use SMTP. Now, if you're using SMTP, your host is your domain name. Simple. Your host is your domain name. Your port is 465 for SSL. So if you're using SSL, your port is 465. Okay, now your username is the email that you have created on your cpanel, and you're going to use the same password that you used when creating that email on your cpanel. Okay, and then you click on submit, and that is all. Okay, now up next we're going to go to manage templates. Okay, now this is the template that we're currently using. You can also manage pages right here. That's the pages that you want to show and the pages that you do not want to show. You can also edit the pages. You can edit the name of the pages and all that from there. You can also manage section. Now manage section, if you come here and you edit the about us section, when you go to any part of the site that has an about us section, it's going to edit. So you can actually change the pictures, change the write-ups and everything right here. So but you have to be very careful. Now you can see it has already been, the details have already been filled in perfectly well, so you do not necessarily need to come here, except your clients insist that they want a different content for their website. Then you come here and you can change whatever it is that you want to change. Okay, so now that is all for the user for the admin dashboard. Okay, so up next I'm going to be showing you the user dashboard and how the user can invest in this platform. Okay, Now, perfect. This is the front page as I've showed you before. Now I'm already logged in, so this is why it's showing me dashboard. But on the norm, it's going to show you login here. So you can either log in or you register as a new user. Okay, you can either log in or register as a new user. Now you remember we changed the color of the site to blue. Now you see everything is suddenly now blue. No more, not orange as it was before. It's now blue. Okay, so you can actually change the color to whatever you want to change the color to. Okay, so now as a user, if I want to invest, all I have to do is go to the properties page. Okay, go to the properties page and I'm going to select any property here that I want to invest in. Okay, now if I come here, I can see that, oh, one invested in this. You get. So if you want to check out the ones that a lot of persons have invested in, you know, okay, fine, this one has a lot high interest rates or something, and I'm just going to come invest in the one that a lot of persons have invested in. Now this one, there has been no investment so far, so I can decide to invest in this also. Okay, so now let me take you through the admin the user. Now this is the user dashboard. This is the user's balance. This is the deposit that this user has made so far. And this is the balance that is left. This is the total that's been invested. This is the total investment and invested properties also. Okay, so that this is like a this is like a summary of everything going on in this user's dashboard. Okay, now let's go to my investment. Now you see my investment, you can see I invested in this property right here and it has been completed. Okay, now let's go to my profit history. Okay guys, so now you see this is the investment. You can see that this user has actually invested in this particular property. Okay, now if you actually come to profit history, now this user should have gotten their profit, but the reason why the profit is not showing up is because I did not set up the cron job before the user ran their investments. Okay, so that's the reason. So did you see the reason why it's very, very important that you set up your cron job if you want your platform to run seamlessly? Okay, so now you have profit history and then you have deposit. Now the user can actually decide to deposit money. Now let's say payment gateway. Which payment gateway am I using? These are the available payment gateways. So I say Ethereum market, which is what we actually created not long ago. I can put in let's say this is it. Okay, now it's going to tell me this is my charge. 3% of this is my charge. You can see payable. This is the amount I'm now supposed to pay, and conversion rate is to this. So in Ethereum, if I pay this, this is actually what I'll be getting. Okay, I can click on submit. Now this is it. Please follow the instructions below. Please make payment to the address below. And you see, this is my wallet address that I filled in. I can fill this in right here and I can make my payment. Then now I must put in my full name, I must put in my email, and I must put in my gender, and I'll click on pay now and I am good to go. Okay, so now you also have deposit history. This deposit history will obviously show you the different deposits that you have made so far. You also have your withdrawal history. Now do you want to withdraw money? Okay, so I can come here and I can select whatever payment gateway and I put in the amount that I want to withdraw. Okay, so this is my charge, and in BTC this is what I'll be getting. Okay, so in BTC this is what I'll be getting. And I'll click on submit. Okay, now I fill in my wallet address that I want my withdrawal, my funds to be made. So I put in the wallet address that I want the funds to be paid into. Okay, now you also have transactions. These are the different transactions that have been carried out on this platform. Okay, so if I want to check in for a transaction, I can come here, copy the transaction ID, put it right here. Okay, let's say, and Flitter is going to show me that particular transaction that I'm looking for. So let's just assume I have done like 100 different transactions, but I'm looking for one particular transaction. I just need to get the transaction number, fill it in here, and I am good to go. Okay, so now you have manage referrals. From here I can get my referral code. Okay, now I also have support ticket. Like I told you, you can chat up, you can actually send a message to the admin via the user dashboard. Okay, you have your profile setting, your change password, your two-factor verification, and then you can also log out from the user dashboard. So now you see this system is actually very, very robust. Like I said, it's seamless and it runs so smoothly. So up next, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up this system on your very own cPanel. Okay, so now stay tuned. Okay guys, so now we're going to set up our system on our cPanel. Okay, so now if you have not gotten your domain name and hosting, you get your domain name and your hosting so you can get access to a cPanel. Okay, so I'm using Base Engine for this particular. Okay, so I'm using Base Engine for this particular tutorial. Okay, so if you are going to get a domain name, there are actually different platforms that you can get your domain name and your hosting from. Okay, but you can also use Base Engine. It has a good server and it's the mailing system works perfectly well. Okay, so now we're going to go straight into the tutorial. Now you see this is my cPanel front page. This is my cPanel dashboard right here. Okay, so now there are three things that we need to do. We need to upload the file, we need to create a database, and we also need to create our email. Okay, so now we're creating a database, creating our email, and creating and uploading our file. Okay, so now first off, I'm going to go to File Manager. All you have to do is come here, search for File. You see File Manager. Okay, so now I'm already in my File Manager. Now for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to be getting a new domain name and hosting. Okay, I'm going to be using an existing cPanel that I already have. So I'm just going to use a subfolder. Okay, but for you, you're going to be doing yours right in your public underscore HTML. Okay, so but me, I'll be doing mine in a folder. So I'm going to call this folder test. Perfect. I see this is my folder right here. Now I'm also going to upload my file now into this folder. Now this file is going to be made available for you at the end of this training, so just stay tuned. I'm going to tell you how you can get access to this file. Okay, so now I'm just going to upload my file right here. Now while this is uploading, let's go back and create our database. Okay, so now all you have to do is search for DB. You're going to see the MySQL database wizard. Okay, now you're going to put in your database name. So let's say I'm going to call this RealDB. Okay, I'm going to call this real user. I'm going to put in my password. Okay, so I'm just going to generate a password, but I'm going to copy this password because we're going to use it when we're configuring our site. Okay, I'm going to click on create user. Perfect. Now I need to create a notepad so I can save my details right here. So I'm going to save my password. And I'm also going to save my username right here. Okay, so perfect. I'm going to click on all privileges. I'm going to click on make changes. Nice. Now up next, I'm going to be uploading my SQL file into my public underscore HTML. Okay, so I'm going to come to my PHP my admin. Sorry, into my PHP my admin. So I'm going to come to PHP my admin, and this is it right here. Okay, I'm going to see the file that I just created. I'm going to see the database that this is the database I just created right here, RealDB. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to come to import, and I'm going to click on browse. Perfect. And I'm going to select my SQL file right here, and I'm going to click on import. Perfect. So now let's go back and check our file. You see it has been it's completely uploaded. Now like I will always say in all my videos, always ensure this bar turns green. Okay, if it's 100% and it's still blue, it's not completely uploaded yet. Okay, so you have to always make sure this bar turns green before you click on this. Okay, or before you close the page. Okay, now if I come back here and I reload, I'm going to see my file right here. So I'm going to extract. I'm going to click on close. Now when you click on reload, you see this is my file right here. Okay, so I'm going to select all, and I'm going to move it into my test folder. Okay, so I'm going to move it into my test folder, but for you, you're going to be moving it straight into your public_html. Okay, but me, I'll leave mine in my test folder. So when I go up, I'm going to see it's all right here. Okay, so I'm going to delete this because I do not need this. Yes, perfect. Now you see, these are all my files. These are the files that I need right now to begin working. Okay, so now another thing that you need to make sure of is before you upload, before you unzip your file, make sure your PHP version is 8.2. Okay, so make sure your PHP version is 8.2. Now in most cPanels, you don't see select PHP version anymore. What you see is multi PHP manager. So if you see this, it's fine. If you see this, it's also fine. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this, and you're going to see this is the sub domain name I'm using. Okay, you can see my PHP version is 8.2. So to change, all you have to do is click on this, then come right here and select 8.2, EA 8.2, not ALT 8.2, but EA 8.2. Okay, and then I click on apply, and that is all. Okay, so now come on, let's go. Well, now next we're going to go to call. Okay, we're going to enter our call folder, and we're going to scroll down. We're going to see .env. Okay, now this .env file is a file that we're going to be editing. Okay, so this is a file that we're going to be editing to suit what we are doing. Okay, so now first of all, I'm going to put in my domain name. Now remember, I created mine in a subfolder called test. Okay, so when I go to my browser, okay, I'm going to put in my app URL. Okay, now you see it's /test. I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to put it in my env file right here. Okay, so I'm going to put it in my env file right here, remove the slash at the end, and that is all. Then now up next, I'm going to set up my database, okay, with the details that I created previously. Now you see, these are the details that I created previously. So I'm just going to take the password, and I'm going to put it right here on that password. You ensure you're changing just the password, you're not touching the code itself. Okay, so you see this equals to, make sure you don't touch it. Okay, just change the password alone, change the username alone right here. Okay, we're going to change, okay, so we're going to change the database up next, you see, right here, and make sure there's no space. And then also we're going to change, we're going to work on the mail. Then also we're going to also edit the mail setup. Okay, so I'm going to edit the mail setup. Now, like I said earlier, your mail host is just your domain name. Okay, your mail host is just your domain name. So I'm just here. Perfect. So my port is 465 for SSL. My mail username is the email that I have created already. Okay, and then my password is the password that I have created, that I used when creating the email. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right here. Then encryption is going to be SSL. SSL. And then mail from is going to be my email address also. Then whatever name you want to put there, that's what is going to say it's sending from. Okay, so now, and that is all that you need to do in this env file. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to click on save changes. Perfect. Now you see, I've actually uploaded my RealDB. Okay, I've uploaded my SQL file to my RealDB database. Okay, so now when I come to the site, I'm going to refresh right now. Perfect. You see, this is it. Now I can log into my admin dashboard by just simply saying /admin. Okay, so all I have to do is say /admin. So now let me show you how you can actually change your admin password for the very first time when you use this site. Okay, for the very first time. So now this is your username and this is your password. So what you need to do is come here, click on edit. Come here, click on edit, click on this. We're going to change it to whatever password we want to use, and then we're going to come to this drop down menu here. I'm going to click on encrypt. Okay, and after clicking on encrypt, we scroll down and we click on go, and that is all. Okay, so now remember what I said. Your username is what you are signing in with, so admin. Then you come here, you put in your password, you click on encrypt, and you click on go. Now for some cPanels, when you try to encrypt, you are going to get this error. Okay, you're going to get an error like this. Now I'm going to show you a site that you can go to where you can get automatically generated encrypted password. Okay, that you're just going to copy and paste. Come to bencrypt-generator.com. Okay, if I put in let's say I want this to be, this is my password, okay, but I need it to be encrypted so I can use it directly. You see, all I have to do is come here. It automatically encrypts for me, and then I can copy it. Okay, and I can copy it right here, and I go back to my PHP my admin, and then I will use it there. Okay, so now I'm going to now change this to the one I just copied from them. Okay, make sure there's no space. Make sure there's no space. And then I'll come here. So now if I use this, I don't need to come here and click on encrypt anymore. Okay, then I come down here and I click on go. Perfect. Okay, now when I try to log in, I'm going to be logging in now with my new password that I just used. Perfect. Now you see, it's actually very simple and very easy to use. Now this script is going to be made available for you. All you have to do is check the description of this video, and I'm going to drop a link where you can actually get access to this software ASAP. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned one or two things, and